What's up, everybody? What's up? Welcome back to the AM, guys. So today, guys, I'm actually going to talk about team building and building a team. And I want to talk about a couple things. I want to talk about my personal journey with working and operating a team. And then the second, as I'm talking about my personal journey, I want to talk about how to actually implement and build a team to help you and to work together with to actually accomplish something bigger than just the company itself. So a couple things, my personal journey with teamwork. So it's interesting because growing up and working different jobs, like I've worked a ton of different stuff, which is a whole nother story for another time, but I've done a lot of different jobs. And it was interesting because when you go from somebody like me who worked a lot of different jobs to starting your own company, a few things that you have taken for granted that you begin to realize. One was infrastructure. So when you've always worked for somebody, if you've never started your own thing, you've never done your own company, you've never built a company, you automatically take several things for granted. One, you take earning money for granted. You don't think about having to get customers. You don't think about any of that process or any of that journey. Two, you also don't think about all the infrastructure that went around creating your job, creating your roles and responsibilities, and then the training it took for your roles and responsibilities to be fulfilled. Okay. And when you are opening up your own company, this is all stuff that you've got to provide. It really is. And it's interesting because you have people who are self-starters, and you have a lot of people who will think and will do things, and they are generalists and they're go-getters, and they'll come to work for you, and they can make your life great or horrible because you haven't actually taken the time to build this, or they'll actually help you build what you need to build. So if you are actually thinking about hiring a team, if you're thinking about building out a team, you actually have to have a list of roles, responsibilities, and boundaries defined for the team. What are your processes? What are your SOPs, right? Do you have an SOP for the position and for the offering? What about production? What department are they working in? Because it doesn't matter whether you're a huge company or not. All companies are broken down from marketing and sales, production, right? Customer management. All of it's broken down that way. Finances and financial side of things. Monies. It's every company is broken down that way. It doesn't matter whether you're a 100-person company, 1,000-person company, or just you, because you do all those jobs if it's just you and you're a solopreneur. So the other thing about having a team is if they are not clear on what to do, they won't do what you want them to do. And the only way for them to get clear on what you want them to do is for you to go through and define it and to give them a good way to move forward. You actually build the road. You have to build the highway that they got to travel on. And it may start off as a dirt path, and then you add gravel to it, and then you pave it, and then it's a little 2-lane road, and then you expand it, and it may work that way. But it is your job to build and create that road. And it's interesting because when we have worked for and with a lot of other owners, this is something that is like, cool, it's not really my responsibility. It should just happen naturally. And that comes from working jobs and then taking us for granted and not really seeing that, oh, this is really what happens. This is really what has to happen in order for the company to thrive and succeed. And if you've ever read the E-Myth talks about this, how most companies go through this maturing process where they start off with a solopreneur. The solopreneur realizes, oh, I'm just self-employed. I don't actually have a company. I don't have my life back. They grow, they mature, and start to go through this process of getting more help and hiring a team, but they never build out the processes for the team to thrive. So one of two things happens. They either figure out that they need the infrastructure, or they revert to going back to being a solopreneur because things were easier. And Andrew and I have watched this happen a lot. We've watched this happen from different customers. We've watched this happen just from a lot of friendships in the business world and from things that have happened and gone that way. And we've watched what that book described, the maturing process, and both those two options unfold over time. So if you're thinking about hiring a team, or if you have a team, the way to actually help the team move forward to build and execute against the vision is to have clear defined roles and boundaries. And it doesn't take a crazy ton of stuff. You don't got to be an expert to do this. The biggest thing is just actually moving in this direction. Anyways, guys, I'm out of time, so I'll catch you later. Peace.